very stark example from the Great Convergence, your book, Professor. You know, when there was a suggestion that perhaps the Security Council should undergo judicial review.
Yes.
You know, the Americans were all up in arms, not even about the judicial review, but by the very request of the International Court of Justice to just have a public briefing on the notion of this judicial review. Could you tell us a bit more about that?
I tell the story about the refusal of the American delegation to allow the President of the World Court, the International Court of Justice, to address the Security Council publicly as an example of how absurd some of the policies of the P5 are. And the P5 want to ensure that the UN Security Council decisions are not questioned or challenged by anybody. So in that sense, they want the powers of the P5 to be like dictators. So I say the last dictators in this world may be the P5 because they don't allow any kind of review of their decisions at all, and they're absolutely frightened of the World Court doing the judicial review of their decisions. So this is manifestly absurd in this day and age, you know. And I'm actually quite shocked how few people protest against this, you know. And I think actually if the P5 continue behaving like this, what's going to happen is that over time the Security Council will lose its legitimacy. So it's actually better for, you know, the Americans believe in openness, transparency, rational decision making. Well, the Security Council is not open, not transparent, has no rational decision making. Absolutely. So it's time to change the culture of the Security Council. And even though, as you know, I tell the story of the S5, the 5 small states, including Singapore, that tried to make a minimal suggestion that said every time they make a veto, and we're not saying don't veto, they say, okay, please carry on and veto. But every time you veto, can you please just explain your veto?